Welcome back to another episode of Rock Boys Football. Hope you guys are having all a good Saturday. I know the Georgia fans down in Athens are having a great one as they pick up another commitment, top 50 prospect, number 2 consensus linebacker in the 2023 recruiting class, Tory Bowles from Florida. We're going to talk a little bit about the player. We're going to talk a little bit about what this means for the program. But before we do, just want to say thank you guys for all the support you guys have shown the channel. If you guys are a friend of the channel, you know we talk a lot of Georgia football on the channel. They were our pick to win the national championship last year. They're going to be an awesome team this year, and it's just fun to watch Kirby Smart really take this program to that next level, being like the future. If you're asking me which team's going to be the next Alabama, it's hard to argue against the Georgia Bulldogs in the direction they're going. So we appreciate that. Again, if you guys like the content, consider subscribing. It's a blast talking ball with you guys in the comment section. Let's talk Tory Bowles as the player. I'm pretty sure that's how you say his name. I checked it before the video. He's the modern linebacker kind of guy that you look for. If you look for who the linebackers, the really good linebackers were last year for Georgia, Nakobe Dean, Quay Walker, Channing Tindall, he's kind of that ilk. He's a very good athlete. He's a physical guy. You notice he's a little smaller, 205 pounds. But he has that 6'1" frame, so you know when he's a freshman at Georgia, after he finishes up his high school ball down in Florida, he will put on some weight. So he's 6'1". I expect him to probably play around 230, kind of the same weight Nakobe Dean played at when he was at Georgia. But again, it's just Georgia linebacker you doing linebacker you things. You take a look at the class in general, and they're putting together an absolutely awesome class, a top 6 class. Georgia fans are used to this by now, but I want to talk about just the 2 linebackers they have. Raylan Wilson, obviously committing to Georgia about a week ago now. Decommitted from Michigan a couple weeks ago. Now you have Tory Bowles. Raylan Wilson, by the way, weighing in at 225 pounds. If you guys check his Instagram, this dude he's the real deal. I think you have 2 really, really good linebackers in this class who probably are going to be ready to play real soon. What I want to talk about with Tory Bowles, though, is why if you're a top linebacker, you could talk about Raylan Wilson as well. If you're a top linebacker, why are you going to Georgia? I'll tell you why I'd want to go to Georgia. And again, I like to use these hypotheticals, me being 5'8", 165 pounds. I am not much of a football player. But if I was a good football player, if I was an elite football player like Raylan Wilson or Tory Bowles, why would I go to Georgia? I'll tell you why right now. It is easy to play linebacker at a high level when your defensive line is the best in the country pretty much every single year. That is what Georgia does. When you don't have to take on blocks, like there's no center guard tackle that's able to work up to linebackers effectively because of how good that Georgia defensive line was last year, and it's still going to be really good this year. You have Jalen Carter and guys like that, but also how good they recruited the last couple of years on the defensive line. Georgia always has one of the best defensive lines in the country, and that makes your linebacker job a heck of a lot easier. You're seeing these guys, there's 2 factors. One, the development of linebackers. Guys like Quay Walker, Nakobe Dean, Channing Tindall, even go back to Monte Rice 2 years ago. Georgia's putting out linebackers that go to the NFL at an extremely high clip. 2, you look at the defensive lines Georgia's put out the last couple of years. They've all been probably the best, maybe minus Clemson in the country. Definitely not last year. Georgia was the best defensive line in the country last year. No questions asked. But they always have a great defensive line. So as a linebacker, your job is extremely easy. And so these linebackers, it's really a no-brainer for Tory Bowles or Raylan Wilson to come to Georgia because you have the development and you have that scheme that you absolutely love. And one thing you're happy about is, Dan Lanning leaves, but Glenn Schumann, who was with Tory Bowles and recruited Raylan Wilson, is doing a phenomenal job getting this talent to come to Athens, Georgia. Again, this program is on the come. They're here. They just won the national championship. But this is how you cement your place in as a top team in college football. Yeah, you win a national championship and you reload and you get ready to compete again next year. This is what Georgia's doing, and they're going to be a fun team to watch. Kirby Smart is a young, relatively energetic coach. There's not many coaches that you'd want to play for more than Kirby Smart. You see him on the sideline. He loves football. Ball is his life. And these kids gravitate to that. So and that'll do it. We wanted to keep it short for you guys, but it's just Georgia team it's really fun to watch how good they are getting so quickly. And really Kirby Smart is doing a phenomenal job recruiting and surrounding himself with guys who can recruit. We appreciate you guys checking this out, and we'll talk to you guys later. Peace. Enjoy.